Hi, lovelies. It's Diana. It's our Friday tarot reading that I do every Friday, and I have an awesome one for you today. I just pulled it, sat with it for a minute, and then decided I needed to pull some animal cards too. So I have my regular tarot deck cards, and I also pulled some animal cards for a little bit more, I guess you could say, practical advice. All right, so let's begin. Our question every Friday for the cards is usually around what is our big work today? And our big work is the work of our heart. It's listening to our heart, serving our heart, following our heart, and pursuing our desires through the truth of our heart. So before I read the cards, I always like to ask you to take a minute and drop in to your heart and listen as you hear this reading to the message that you need. This will help you throughout your day, throughout your weekend, and give you some insight into maybe what is going on with the energies around you and your work right now. So put your hand on your heart, drop into your heart, drop into your belly. Come centered and aware of your body. Breathe, and now just hold this space as you listen to me do this reading, and hopefully you will receive the message you need to hear. That is always my intent, that this gives you the highest possible energy and inspiration for your day. All right. So the first two cards are around the core energy of the day and what is coming forth to be worked with or what to pay attention to. So let me clarify the question that I answered. I think I did a little bit, but what's the big work of your heart today? And you can also ask yourself, how can I do the work of my heart today? So as these two cards come up, think of them as maybe how you're feeling right now, but also the other two cards will tell you how to remedy that situation. The reason I am clarifying this, because these two cards are about things that get in the way of following our heart and listening to our heart. So be aware of that. Although it's really good to know what's in your way, because then you have an idea of how to work through it, right? Or what to pay attention to or be aware of. So the two cards, and we got this one last week. Anyway, let me just try to put them up here so you can see them. This one is called Disappointment, and it is the Five of Cups. You can see the leaves falling off the flower, but you can also see that butterfly at the bottom of the card. So fives are about things moving and transformation. And then interference is the Eight of Swords. So we have the Five of Cups and the Eight of Swords. I'm going to see if I can hold them kind of here and still talk. So the core energy of this signature is saying that you might be feeling like you're not getting anywhere, or that there is too much interference in your way. And swords are the suit of the mental aspect, so you might just be overthinking things or stressing about things, and that's really only going on in your mind, and that's causing disappointment because you are thinking that things aren't working, and it's causing you to feel disappointed or unfulfilled, or feeling like you're not seeing results when you've been working really hard. All things like that are or disappointment. You expected something that you're not seeing yet, or it showed up differently. So you might pay attention to what kind of things are coming up as interference for you. What kinds of thought patterns or negative self-talk is showing up, keeping you in this energy of disappointment, because that's probably what's blocking you. I'm going to show you the animal card because it is a great remedy for overcoming these things. And this card comes up quite often for me. It's elk. And I think of the elk energy as really grounded. It's also really powerful. It's like the energy of the qualities of a leader or someone in power, I guess you could say. So this reminds me to know of my own power that I have in my body, in being grounded, in following my heart, and to knowing that I have this power. So elk is really confident. He's really like powerful and earthy and strong, and he's got those antlers. So that reminds me of like the connection to the spirit world, or to your higher vision you have for yourself, you might also say. So you can remember the elk energy to overcome these other two cards. So if you're feeling like things are in your way, just remember your power is right here. You always have it. And that elk energy can help you tap into it. All right, the next position is how to move forward to activate it. It's interesting that sometimes I change the wording on the positions of these cards, like what they're going to reflect. Even before I pull the cards, the questions will come through, and they're always phrased a little bit different. And it's interesting that the cards that come up really reflect that change in the question. So the question I put for this position today was to move forward or to activate it. So what do you do? What do you need to do to move forward or to activate the work of your heart? How can you show up for your heart today? And this is what you can do. So we got the Prince of Wands, and the wands are the suit of your passion, your heart, your spirit. So, and the princess, you can see he's on a chariot, and there's a lion. So it's about having that courage and that passion to just keep pushing forward, to keep going forward, to keep riding your chariot with a freaking lion leading your way, and to be like on fire. You can see how red and fiery this card is. So it's about tapping into your heart's desire and just keep going for it. Keep doing the work, keep showing up for your heart. And our little animal card is the beaver, which is also perfect because beavers are very industrious. They make things, they build things. They're very home-centered. So they build their homes, they build their environments, you could say. So if something you are doing for your work or your service in the world is to create a strong environment around you, and to keep pushing forward, keep moving, keep letting your passion move you forward. You could say it like that too. Awesome. Then the last position is how to push through what's blocking you. And that's a little change from the question previously too, which is interesting because I used the word how to push through what's blocking you. And that's not the question it used to be. It used to be how to get over something. But this one said the question that came through was how to push through. And we got the Star card. And it's interesting because the Star is all about flow and ease. You can see she has a cup above her head and one coming out the bottom. So it's like she's going like this. Like she's receiving inspiration, and then it's just flowing right through her. So this card is telling me that to just let it flow, to not try to push, to just let your heart's desire flow through you. listen to your heart and don't hold on too tightly to those things that are keeping you stuck, like disappointment and interference, because that is stopping this flow. Like, receive inspiration, let it flow through you and out of you. Know that it is working. Know that your desires are coming to being. Know that the work you are doing is valuable and of service. Know that you're showing up with your heart in the world, in all your interactions, in all your relationships, in all that you do. So just let it flow. Be inspired. Let your heart, let your love, let your light flow through you. Unrestricted. And our little animal card reminder is one of the chakra cards of this deck. I should show you this deck. It's the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Guide book. And it has animals, but then it also has a spirit suit, which is designated by this little circle. So the golden egg, synchronicities abound in this reading, is your heart chakra. And it's so interesting, like I said before, that I rephrased the intention of all the positions and the wording of the questions for the card today. And I did this even before I pulled the cards, I will have you know, so that they showed up to reflect that intention from the redesignation of the positions and what we were asking for. So the golden egg is about your heart chakra. So, like I've been talking about through this whole reading, is about showing up from your heart space, from your truth, from your passion, from what you know, from who you want to be in the world. Show up to that and be in your truth. Follow your desires, follow your heart. Stay out of that disappointment and interference and that overthinking that gets in your head. So listen to your heart, keep your heart chakra open in front of you and behind you. A lot of people don't realize you have chakras on the back of your body too, and that's where you receive energy and inspiration and intuition. So if you are blocking your heart chakra in the back, you are not receiving that heart energy. So focus on the back of your heart chakra. So this is the front, basically right here. So that space in the back of you. Focus on keeping that open, keeping the inspiration coming in, keeping the light coming in, keeping your truth coming in. And that's where you receive your inspiration, your insights, your desires can be poked, and you can follow up on them. All right, so that's our reading for today. And I do these every Friday on this page. And I love that you are joining me. And if you ever have comments, just drop them in the comments section. I also have a few announcements. I'm running my 7-day journal challenge in my private Facebook group. Again, starting on Sunday. So if you missed it and want to do it with us again, it's free, 7-day challenge. And I tell you, this is my first time running it, so I've been doing it along with the group because I should be doing it too, right, if I'm offering it. And I tell you, haven't been like a big journaler in this way before. I'm a planner, and like I write out lists and to-do lists and goals and like steps and stuff. But this journal challenge is about doing inner work and building connection and seeing what really is going on inside. We have 6 different areas of our life that we rate each day on a scale of 1 through 5. And it's really interesting to see, how do I feel about my finances today? How do I feel about my body today? How do I feel about my relationships or my community today? How do I feel about my work or service today? And you rate them 1 through 5. And it's interesting to see the patterns and also work with them. Like, you might not know you felt that way. And it's a way to drop in and be really honest with where you are. And then we ask some really deep questions that allow you to not only plan things going forward and ways to build like a 2 or a 3 to becoming a 5, and how to work with different areas of your life to boost that other area that might be really low. So I call this class Check Your Levels, because we rate these different areas. So you're checking your levels, and then you're crushing your devils, like the things that are in your way of building your life to be the way you want it to be. I call it Awakening Your Warrior Goddess, because you are building that connection with that warrior goddess inside who has all these desires of what they want to do, be, and have in the world. And this program, which I'm developing into an e-course, is helping me build a foundation of really seeing what's going on inside, really seeing what I want, and the ways it's not showing up in my life right now, and how to make that different. And I'm really enjoying it because those questions that are in the daily thing really cause me to reflect on things. Like one of them is which of the 6 areas are you drawn to? And that could be a good way to be drawn to it or a bad way. Then there's another question is, what are you hiding from? What or why do you want to hide from that area? Like you're so afraid of it or ashamed of it that you don't even want to go there. Like, I'm going to rate this as a 3 but you don't really want to dive into it. Well, we explore, like, why are you hiding from that? What's going on there? Anyway, there's some other questions that really allow you to probe deeply and get this big picture. I'm finding this morning when I did it, it was really, I mean, I had seen the value in the first couple of days, but today it really hit, and I really got some deep traction into how I can use it more and more. So I'm really enjoying it. And I wanted to do it another week because, like I said, I am doing this along with you, and I'm going to be refining it and asking for your feedback as we do it so that we can make it a really great practice. Because that's what we do in my Tiny Drop group, is we do these little practices each day that help us build muscles to do bigger and bigger things. And so this is one of them that we're doing. So I'd like you to join us. I'll put the link to join in the comments. And if you have any questions or anything, let me know. And if you need help with anything, let me know. And that's also a good thing to do in the group. We like to support each other, share things, share vulnerabilities, share fears on what we're finding through this journal practice, but also sharing our celebrations, like on big insights that we had or big goals that we set and how they are working out. So awesome. And what else? That e-course that I'm offering is going to be launching on the new moon, which is just next week on the 18th. And I've been working on it all morning, and I'm so excited that I already posted about it in various places, but I don't even have anything, like, it's just in my notes in my notebook from my brainstorming this morning. I had the outline of it, but I really started digging into it today, and I'm so excited about it. So I decided to start selling it on the 18th, and I think it'll be great because it's a 6-week course. And so it'll go through the new moon right till the end of the year. And I thought, what a great way to launch your new year's with this unraveling practice and building a foundation that can happen through this e-course. And then you can go into this new year, 2018, with all the power you will need. So I will be talking about it more over the next few days. The first time I'm offering it, since I said, I'm still creating it and still refining it. I want to be clear, I'm talking about 2 different things, like free journal practice and then the e-course, the 6-week e-course that I'm developing from that practice. So the 6-week e-course is going to be $111 the first time out. but I imagine that price will go up as I make it awesome. So if you want to get in on it and give me feedback and do it with me, it's going to start on the new moon, November 18th. All right, loves, have a great Friday, have a great weekend, and be brave, be happy, go for what you want. All right, you guys are amazing, magical creator beings, and you can have, do, and be whatever your heart desires.